Kim Critchley.
Please be seated. Do I stand? Do I stand? No, I sit. Welcome everyone to this meeting, councillors, distinguished guests, officers, public and press who may be viewing this online. Taking the opportunity to explain the arrangements for this meeting. The first part will be mayor making ceremony, where the new mayor will be elected and there will be a series of speeches and tributes made as this is the civic part of the meeting. At the end of this, there will be a short adjournment while our guests will leave. After that, we have some business items for councillors to consider, which are listed towards the end of the agenda. Can I remind councillors to be seated in their seats allocated to them for voting purposes, to raise their hands to speak in the usual way, and to turn their microphone on while speaking and to turn them off again once finished. Otherwise, will you not be heard on the broadcast? Are there any official apologies for absence? No. Item number 1, election of the mayor. The election of the Mayor to Council to propose Councillor Bradley Mitchell. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Danny Scott was first elected back in 2015, and after he has served more than a decade on the council and given 55 years to working in public service, it's an honour to stand here today to propose Councillor Danny Scott as the deserved mayor for Blackpool. I've come to know Danny as someone who takes the role of councillor very seriously. Over those years, he has served the council across all areas, including licensing, public protection, adults, children's, the list goes on. Danny has always approached those responsibilities with dedication and a level of commitment to public service that I certainly cannot match. But alongside that, one of Danny's great strengths and something I've truly appreciated since being elected is that he never loses his sense of humour. No matter how difficult the meeting, how long the agenda, or how frustrating the issue of the day may be, he is always willing to have a laugh. The ability to stay positive and not take yourself too seriously is a quality that helps bring people together, and I have no doubt we will see that shine through during the next year. Beyond the town hall, Danny works hard for the residents of Blackpool and is not someone who does the job of ward councillor at a distance. He is present, he is engaged, and he puts himself on the line for the people that he represents. And when I say that, I mean it quite literally. Not many councillors can say they have given blood, sweat and tears to the role. As we know, Danny can. He has quite literally taken a punch for his community. But that, importantly, does say something about his character, that he is willing to stand up and represent people even when it's difficult. And of course, if I may, today is also significant politically. Danny becomes the first Conservative mayor this town has seen for quite some time, and depending on what local reorganisation has in store for us, potentially the last, so there's no pressure on Danny. Following on from that, I'm personally glad to hear that the traditional mayoral robes should be making a return. And although Danny may don the robes, I think we all know who wears the trousers. Which brings... Michelle has been a huge part of Danny's journey in public service. They are no doubt a strong partnership, and I know they will both do the combined role incredibly well over the year ahead. They bring experience and understanding of the communities we serve and a huge respect for public office. So while we can have a bit of fun about who's really in charge, there is no doubt Danny will carry out the role of mayor with a strong sense of duty. I wish them all the best for the next year, and I'm glad to be the first to officially congratulate them on this day. On to the all-important part, I propose that in accordance with and subject to provisions of the Local Government Act 1972, Councillor Danny Scott be appointed Mayor of the Borough of Blackpool for the municipal year 26-2027.
Thank you, Councillor Mitchell. And to second, Councillor Galley.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Being a mayor of Blackpool is a great honour. As you came up the stairs, and many elected members will have heard me make this speech, but for members of the public, you won't have heard it before. As you come up the stairs, you will have seen different historical figures in those portraits. They were men that built the Winter Gardens, the tower. They lent the money to the council to buy and build Stanley Park. These were great unifiers. Danny has come at a time when Blackpool needs a similar unifier. It needs us all to be brought together at a time when people are trying to pull us apart. His background coming from Northern Ireland is so important because so many people in Blackpool are not born in Blackpool. We choose to live here. And as a fellow Celt from Cornwall, I totally get the connection of why he would have been attracted to Blackpool. It's got fantastic sea views, we have crazy weather, but we're all crucially from somewhere else. And why does that matter? It means we're naturally supportive of each other. We accept each other. And Danny has such a key role in that in his mayor year ahead. He'll be working with lots and lots of different groups. We are as diverse as Vancouver and Cape Town, and as similar in the same ways. He will come across everybody from one of the largest Polish communities, huge gay community, lots and lots of different people, lots of Zimbabweans, all people who've come here for a reason. Some have fled, some have chose to live here. Danny is going to support all of those people and bring us all together at a time, as I say, when people are trying to separate us and find reasons to separate us. As my colleague Bradley has just said, he's so committed to his role as a councillor, he literally took a punch for his ward. He brings something that reflects very much what those councillors in those portraits did, which is they gave so much of themselves. And Danny is going to be incredible in that same spirit. Now, we know many people in the town are already aware that he is going to be the mayor, because he has a fantastic ambassador in his granddaughter Hattie. And I believe she's already been telling anyone and everyone that she meets that her granddad is going to be the mayor. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that wonderful Northern Irish comedic sense of fun that he'll bring, and uniting everybody in the year ahead as he brings, crucially, our town together as we face the uncertainties of what local government reorganisation will bring. And crucially, though, he'll certainly bring the young and the forgotten with him, and I can't wait to see it happen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Councillor Galley. We're now going to take a vote. All those in favour? All those against? Any against? I'm sure there won't be. Any abstentions? No, and that's the vote carried to welcome Councillor Danny Scott to be this year Mayor-elect 26-27. Thank you. All right, yeah, of course. Sorry, we're going to take a short adjournment now so we can swap chains, and we'll be back very soon. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you.
So you just announce that you're going to make the declaration of acceptance.
Yes. Okay, I just have to make the declaration of acceptance of the corporate office of mayor. I, Councillor Danny Scott, have been elected to the office of mayor of the Blackpool Borough Council. Declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the civic handbook and the code as to the conduct which is expected of members of the Blackpool Borough Council.
Sorry, beg your pardon.
Yeah. Yes, we can break the rules on the odd occasion. Okay. So the appointment of the Deputy Mayor of the Council to propose I propose I propose the appointment of the Deputy Mayor of the Council. That will be it. It is my pleasure and privilege to propose Councillor Carl Mitchell and Deputy Mayor for the coming year. Carl was elected to the Council in 2023 as Councillor for Squires Gate, where he has worked hard for the residents he represents. Prior to that, Carl has served the Council as a foster carer for many years, together with his wife, Councillor Diane Mitchell. Both were awarded the MBE for their services. They have provided a safe, supportive and loving home for many of Blackpool's children, and both continue to be strong advocates for children in Blackpool Council's care, with Carl being the Vice Chair of the Children's Scrutiny Committee, a role which he takes very seriously. The Mayoress and I are looking forward very much to working with Carl and Diane as our Deputy Mayor and Deputy Mayoress. Their commitment to the community, our community, has always been exemplary, and I know we share the same vision for Blackpool and our residents. Having spent time discussing the roles with them, I know we're all looking forward to an interesting and productive year. Right, so I propose that in accordance with and subject to provisions for the Local Government Act of 1972, Councillor Carl Mitchell be appointed Deputy Mayor of the Borough of Blackpool for the municipal year of 2026-27. And to propose, to second is Councillor Bradley Mitchell.
Thank you. I didn't realise I was seconding them till earlier today, so I've not actually prepared anything, but I know they're incredibly disappointed they can't be here today, and they're incredibly thank you to Danny and Michelle for choosing them to be the deputies. I've known them for quite some time, and they're decent people. So yeah, it gives me great pleasure to second them to be the deputy mayors. Thank you.
Yeah. And all those in favour, please show of hands. Thank you. Any against? Abstentions? No, that's carried. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Just need to announce the title.
Yeah. Yeah, item 8 is the Mayor to pay thanks in respect of the service of the ex-Mayor. I'm very pleased that as part of my civic duties, I have the opportunity to express appreciation on behalf of us all to our wonderful outgoing Mayor, Councillor Kim Critchley. Throughout her mayoral term, Kim has represented the community with the integrity and professionalism expected of her position. Her bubbly, cheerful and friendly personality, combined with her enthusiastic energy, have really shone through in all she has done. I have no doubt Kim has left a lasting impression with those she met and has come away with some marvellous memories of her time in office. On the occasions when I have been present at events attended by Kim and her consort, Councillor Mel Fellon, I've been struck by how committed they both have been to ensuring everyone they have met has felt valued for the work they are doing for our town. I know also from our conversations that they have been truly amazed by what they have seen and experienced during their term in office, which she has expressed to me recently, and Michelle and I, Mayoress, are looking forward, hopefully, to a similar experience. So on behalf of your fellow councillors and the citizens of Blackpool, we say thank you, Kim, for your year as Blackpool Mayor. Very well done for the money you have raised for your chosen charity, Home Start. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, yes. Councillor Williams, Leader. Would you like to say a few words, please?
Thank you, Mayor. Kim, so throughout the past year you have represented the town with warmth and pride, attending a wide range of events and community engagements, from the Indian Cultural Festival and performance at the Tramshed Theatre to leading the Blackpool Pride Parade and visiting organisations such as Sam's Place, Street Life and Comfort Cap. You have shown a genuine passion for supporting the people and communities of our town. You especially enjoyed welcoming Scouts, school groups and the King's Trust to the Town Hall, with the mayoral party hosting a total of 17 Town Hall visits throughout the year. These visits reflecting your enthusiasm for encouraging young people and bringing the community together. The mayoral party also played an important role during Armed Forces Week and Remembrance Sunday, attending commemorative events across the town and showing respect and support for those who have served. During the year, you proudly supported Home Start and hosted a number of memorable events, including Fizz Friday. That was very memorable for Councillor Sloman and Councillor Hugo, particularly. A charity ghost hunt, the Mayor's Parlour at the Town Hall, and the Mayor's Ball at the Imperial Hotel. Each event was delivered with enthusiasm and a strong sense of community spirit. December was an especially busy and festive period, with children from Horseside and the Encore Singers invited to perform carols at the Mayor's Christmas Parlour. You and Councillor Fenton also attended numerous Christmas concerts, carols in the courtyard at Bickerstaff House and school productions, helping spread festive cheer throughout the town. A special mention must go to Councillor Fenton, to Mel, Deputy Mayor Councillor John Boughton and Deputy Mayoress Jackie Boughton for their continued support throughout the year. At the very beginning of the mayoral year, Kim, you said to me that your greatest wish was simply not to let anybody down. Looking back on the past year, it is clear that you have done far, far more than that. You have been an outstanding mayor, and everyone who has worked alongside you has seen the very best qualities that you bring to the role: kindness, empathy, compassion and care for others, and a deep love for this town and its people. You should be incredibly proud of everything you have achieved, because we certainly are of you. Thank you for your dedication, commitment and service as mayor. You have carried out the role with dignity, compassion and heart, and your year in office has made a real difference to many people across the town. We hope you look back on this special year with enormous pride. On behalf of the council, we extend our sincere thanks and very best wishes for all that comes next.
Councillor Gilly.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. May I say, Councillor Critchley, I really should start with an apology, I think, really. So these meetings can be quite challenging, I imagine, to be a mayor, especially when I'm in the room and asking lots of different questions. And I know we've shared many moments with locked eyes and so forth, and also shared a smile. So I wanted to say sorry for sometimes where I may have given you the odd headache in sharing some of these meetings. But also to say a huge thank you as well. You were a magnificent mayor in where you chaired these meetings, in the way you conducted yourselves with the public, and reference to what the leaders just said, how you united our community, and how you've raised so much money, how you brought so many different people into the town hall to make them realise this is the town hall that belongs to the people of this town. It doesn't belong to us, we just are its custodians, and you made them realise why it's theirs as well. So a huge thank you on behalf of the Conservative Group for all of the work that you've done, and I look forward to continuing our work in different committees. But thank you again. And yeah, I'm sorry for all those moments where I caused the odd little eye to roll. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Galley. Councillor O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councillor Critchley, I just want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoyed your term as the Mayor as much as we enjoyed having you as our Mayor. You have been a great credit to the town, and I'll be absolutely honest with you, my fears when we're in this chamber was that we may not get looked upon as favourably as others, but you've been absolutely down the line, and we feel very supported with the support and the airtime you've given us at the council meetings. So thank you very much for everything you've done. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Councillor Taylor. Would you like to say something? I've got your name down here. I'm sure you can make something up.
Well, I wanted to thank Kim very much for all the good work that she's done. I think she's brought good spirit, as she always would do, good humour and everything else. And I think you've done I think you're a bit nervous. We talked about it before you took the office, but well done for all that you've done. I've been a bit poorly, but I wanted to be here today because it's just 60 years since I attended my first council meeting as a newly elected Labour councillor. I've seen a lot and done a lot in those 60 years, I'm sure, but I'm also happy to, I understand, be the longest serving councillor in the country. Being part of local government, being part of this council in particular, has been so important to me. And I do want to say that I very much hope in the new setup, whatever it is, somewhere there's going to be a room for still having our elected mayors, our municipal mayors that have represented from all parties back to, what was it, 1871 or something like that. It'd be a shame for that to come to an end, don't you agree, Mr. Mayor? So I think if we can find some way of doing that, that would be much appreciated by the people of the town. So anyway, thanks very much for all you've done, and the Deputy Mayor for doing this last 12 months. Thank you.
I knew you could come up with something off the top of your head. Well done. Councillor Julie Slumman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and it's lovely to address you as that for the first time, Councillor Danny Scott. Kim, 12 months ago, at the outset of your civic year, I stood here and said to you, be yourself, girl, and you'll smash it. You have had a great team around you in Mel and John and Jackie, and ultimately you slipped those lovely stilettos of yours comfortably into the very large pair of shoes you had to fill following Councillor Peter Hunter as Mayor of Blackpool, and you have carried it off with absolute aplomb. One of your earliest events was hosting the school council and football team from Norbreck Academy. The pupils who attended were very inspired by what they saw and what they learned about the role of the Mayor, the council and the heritage of our very proud town, culminating in a heritage project in the school which will endure for many years. You officially opened the first Norbreck Scouts and Guides and Brownies Christmas Fair, and far from just attending the ceremonial opening and then leaving, you stayed for most of the day talking to the children, talking to the families, and that was duly noted and appreciated. Your parlours and other fundraising events have been not just successful and more importantly enjoyable. This Friday, your Ladies' Night was a historic success, giving women an opportunity to network and, more importantly, an opportunity to strengthen relationships between the women who sit on this council, giving us an opportunity to experience a different perspective of one another beyond our politics and our political arena. And just to put it out there, thank you, Leader, I am sure I speak on behalf of Councillor Hugo to say we remember every moment with perfect clarity, do we not? One of the primary functions, of course, of your civic year has been to nominate a charity and raise funds for that charity throughout the year. With so many worthy causes that can have positive impact on our residents, your chosen charity, Home Start, was an inspired choice for many reasons. The children and families supported today by your chosen charity will have improved life chances and a more enriched experience of family life, and the benefit of today's help has the potential to cascade through generations. Importantly, it is a legacy you leave, Kim, not just a one-off financial contribution to services. In conclusion, Kim, I thank you for everything that you have done for the people in Norbrec and the wider Blackpool family. But the biggest plaudit for you is rising to the challenge, albeit with trepidation to begin with, and being the unashamedly, unapologetically authentic you in everything you've done. And you've fulfilled my prophecy, girl. You've smashed it. Thank you.
Hello, Kim. It's my pleasure to present you with this medal in honour of the past year. I wear it with pride. I hope one day to have one myself. Yes, so I'm quite jealous at the moment, and I wish you all the best for all you do in the future. And all I can say is you are a breath of fresh air, my dear.
Thank you.
I believe it's your turn to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm not going to say a lot. I think a lot of people have sort of put into what I was about, really. So my message is about reflecting on Blackpool, and it fills me with pride to have been able to have the privilege to do this year, and without the people behind the scenes who keep voting us in, I would have never had this privilege. So I do thank the residents of Horside for allowing me to take up this position. But it fills me with I'm filled with pride for Blackpool. It's a town defined not by its challenges, but its extraordinary capacity for community, compassion and connection. Throughout this year, I have witnessed the remarkable work of local groups, organisations that support families, empower our young people and care for vulnerable, and enrich the town with their dedication and the foundation which Blackpool continues to strive. And I mean this by the huge amount of volunteers that are out there that tirelessly work and turn up every day, expecting nothing but giving so much back to Blackpool. We're also privileged to host many national groups who choose Blackpool as their gathering place. The leader mentioned many of the groups I've met this year, and the ones I'm going to mention now are not because they stick in my mind, but because they keep coming back time and time again. They come to Blackpool when we are not as busy as normal. They keep our hotels, they keep our small businesses, they keep our guest houses, they keep everything going for us when times are not as busy as normal. So I would like to mention NARPO community, who serves the fellowship and strengthens civic life. These are the retired policemen who come here, who bring many, many people to the town. They also celebrate, and I forgot the word, but they celebrate the lives that were lost at sea with their fellow police officers. They've been coming, I don't know how many years now. I'm sure you'll know, Michelle, because it's in your ward. We were there last year, weren't we?
My ward as well.
And you, well, sorry. I had the pleasure of being with the committed pigeon fanciers this year, and let me tell you, I know more about pigeons now than I've ever known before. And it surprised me that our pigeons actually won medals that were equivalent to the Victoria Cross for their for their flying across the seas to France with our secret coding message. So I was absolutely astonished by that. We have my last event yesterday was with the wonderful dancers that come to Blackpool from across the world. Not only are they dedicated to Blackpool and they come, that was their 5th year, but I know some that have been coming 10, 15 years, because there is nowhere else like Blackpool that offers the amazing space like the Tower Ballroom. So we have to thank all the people who keep on coming to Blackpool and who bring, and we also have many unions and conferences that contribute to our economy and to the national conversation. Continued presence is a testament to Blackpool's reputation as a welcoming, dynamic and important destination. And as my mayoral year concludes, I extend my heartfelt thanks to every resident, volunteer, partner organisation and visitor who has contributed to our shared success. Together we have demonstrated what Blackpool truly is, a town with a strong identity, a generous heart and a future full of promise. Thanks to everybody who has supported me this year through raising money for my charity Home Start, through giving me support in the mayoral peddlers. It's just been an absolute exceptional year. And I would like to wish Councillor Daniel Scott, Mr Mayor, an exceptional year. I'm sure you and Michelle are going to have a great time, but you're going to show this town as we want it to be seen, not from the tourism side, but from the beautiful people that live here and give so much to our communities. And just a quick note about my Home Start charity. I am just so pleased that I choose this charity because it does so much for our families. Like there are other entities in Blackpool that also give to our families. So I think across the board we've got it covered, haven't we really? But I would like to wish Home Start all the very best for the future. They are in the middle of coming from where maybe they weren't as accessible now into Highfield Ward with their own premises where they will be very accessible to families. I will continue to support them. Even though the role of my mayoral year is over, I will still continue to support Home Start because I think it's inevitable that we help families to see their futures and their children's futures. So thank you to everyone.
So that's only 4 pages long, I won't be long. Right. It's my turn to address the Council and the ladies and gentlemen of the town about the forthcoming year. Council, ladies and gentlemen of the town and visitors, as a young boy growing up in Belfast, never in my wildest dreams could I ever have imagined that I would be sitting here today in Blackpool Town Hall, taking up this honoured position, dressed in these wonderful robes. Dream come true. To say I am honoured would be an understatement, and I am delighted to have the family and friends with me here today to witness what is a very proud event for me. And in particular, I have to mention my father-in-law, Gordon, who at the age of 92 rang the bell last Friday to signify that he is cancer survivor. Following 5 years of medical care. Well done, Gordon. Right. I knew it was going to get me. I was born in Belfast in 1950. My father was just a labourer in the shipyard. That's where the Titanic was built. And just remember, it was okay when it left Belfast. Right. My mother, she worked in a textile factory not too far away. My only thoughts about Blackpool as a youngster were when my mum used to berate me for leaving the lights on. And I have no doubt you know what's coming next. Keep telling me it's like Blackpool illuminations in here. I must have been 9 or 10 at the time and never knew what Blackpool was, except it must have had a lot of lights. My youngest brother still lives in Belfast, but my life took a different path. And I consider myself to be very fortunate with the chances which have come my way. On leaving school, I served an apprenticeship in Belfast. About 18 months into what were referred to as the Troubles in Northern Ireland at the age of 21, I joined the Royal Navy and served in the Fleet Air Arm, working mostly on helicopters, which took me away from Belfast and brought me over to England, where I have remained ever since. In August 1977, I joined the prison service and had one of those right time, right place moments when someone spoke to me about wanting to do physical education. And I said to him, well, you get paid for that as well, do you? And he said, oh, yes. So I trained as a physical education instructor, for which I'm very grateful. I served as a senior officer managing the PE department at Lancaster Castle until it closed in 2011. I then transferred to HMB Kirkham, which is a place where I first started doing my training, funny enough, back in '79, where I worked until I retired in April of 2025, having served as an officer, I think it was mentioned before, in the prison service for 47 years. During my time at Lancaster Castle, that's where I met Michelle, and I moved to Blackpool, where she was living. I've got to say that she was my catalyst, the main change which directed me towards politics, but also with the encouragement, some would call it arm twisting, of my very good, kind friend and neighbour, June Lockett. She gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. Thank you, June. You've changed my life from that day onward. I was guided into serving as a councillor for Warbrack, where I had the honour of representing the ward, where I lived since I was first elected in 2015. When I became aware that I might have the opportunity to become the Mayor of Blackpool, Michelle and I thought that we'd see if there's any previous Irish Blackpool mayors in days gone by. So we did what we all do now. We consulted Google. Based on historical records of mayors for Blackpool, Lancashire, there is no record of an Irish-born mayor. But when we dug a bit deeper, we found a reference to a gentleman with the name of Thomas MacCurtain, a mayor who it is stated lived in Blackpool. Thomas MacCurtain was born on the 20th of March, 1884. By strange coincidence, my birthday also falls on the 20th of March, but please say it wasn't 1884. When we thought we had an Irish Blackpool mayor with the same birthday as me, we thought it a bit spooky. However, it turns out he had nothing to do with our Blackpool, which is sad. Thomas MacCurtain was elected as Lord Mayor of Cork in January 1920 and lived in Blackpool District on the north side of Cork City. So that's what threw me. I'm sorry to say his term in office came short as he was assassinated on his birthday in March 1920. Very sad state of affairs, and whilst I don't want to put a dampener on proceedings today, I thought there were too many coincidences not to share this story. Back to today, though, having had a long and enjoyable career, almost wholly in public service, I would like to say what a huge honour it is for me to be elected as Mayor of this wonderful town, which I have made my home, and which many say is the best traditional resort in the UK. Of course, we all know that, and so does Google. If you put in the best UK traditional resort, Blackpool comes up. I and the Mayoress intend to take a full and active part in serving the citizens of Blackpool in the very best way we can, raising and maintaining the profile of our marvellous town and continuing the good work that Councillor Kim Critchley has just done over the past year, and showcasing what a wonderful place it is to live, work and play. As Mayor, I am privileged to be able to choose a charity to support during my mayoral year. I've actually chosen two to support, both causes being close to my heart. I have chosen to support Elliot's Place, a valuable project run by Empowerment, which was set up in the memory following the tragic death of a young man, Elliot Taylor. The project is based on peer support for men aged 18 plus and focuses on improving mental health, mental well-being and reducing suicide stigma. Sadly, only last week we heard the tragic loss of another young man, Bailey Lister, at the age of 22. My thoughts are with Bailey's family and friends at this very sad time. This highlights again for me how much this valuable project is needed, and I welcome Faye, who is here today to represent Elliot's Place. The other mayoral charity is a wonderful local animal charity, Homeward Bound. This team of volunteers attends, helps, and gives support for lost and found pets, scanning pets who are lost and missing and helping to return them home. They use social media coverage to support their work and help reunite pets with their owners as quickly as possible. Their Facebook page demonstrates very clearly the great need for the services they provide, and I am very pleased that Wendy and Scarlett are here with us today to represent Homeward Bound. The Mayoress and I look forward to learning more about the work of these two important local charities, as well as promoting and supporting them throughout the mayoral year. We hope you all will join us in doing so. As I finish, whilst I can't say I was born and bred in Blackpool, what I will say is, like many of us in this room today, I chose to live here. Simply because I love the place, and I promise that I will do my very best to do Blackpool proud. Thank you. Sorry, I feel a bit self-congratulatory here, but according to the experts, speeches of congratulations to the incoming mayor. Leave it to the leader of the council, Councillor Lynn Williams.
Congratulations, Mayoress. I'm sure you'll have a fantastic year, and all of our best wishes, and I'm sure we will all behave for you. I do have a letter from Bottrop for you. Dear Mr Mayor Scott, on the occasion of your election as the new Mayor of Blackpool, I would like to offer you my warmest congratulations, both on behalf of the City of Bottrop and personally. The town twinning relationship between Blackpool and Bottrop has always been very enriching, and I look forward to working with you to develop and strengthen the ties between our two cities. I am confident that the positive changes and continued growth that your leadership will bring will benefit our twin town. Enclosed, you will find an invitation to Brazil Fest in Bottrop in September. Sounds fun, doesn't it? I would be delighted to welcome you to Bottrop on this occasion and to meet you in person. I wish you every success in your term of office and hope that you will handle the task ahead with skill and wisdom. May you have plenty of energy and find joy in your work as you strive to achieve the best for the people of your city. Yours sincerely, Matthias Bushfeld. Congratulations.
Yeah. Councillor Gelly?
So, thank you, Mr Mayor, without obviously echoing what I said before you were made Mayor, what I will say is, wow, how great it is to see a mayor wearing the robes. In my 16 years as a Conservative councillor, this is only my second Conservative mayor. And for those, and you're about to discover this, when you go into the mayor's parlour, you'll see a range of portraits going from Mayor Cocker, the first mayor of Blackpool, which you won't be surprised is black and white. And then you'll see all the more recent mayors going to the older mayors as it joins to Mayor Cocker. And what you'll see in the past was a lot of the mayors did wear the robes. In recent years, we've not had that as much. And so to see a mayor wearing the robes is so important. As I know, somebody who's lived in other countries around the world, having our uniting figure wear those robes is a real statement. And to see you, Danny, looking as good as any of those mayors of the past is wonderful. So from a Conservative, I'm delighted. As I apologise to your predecessor, I also will say in advance I will be on my best behaviour in the next 12 months, which I'm sure the Leader of the Council will be delighted by as well. So obviously, as you can imagine, the Conservative group will be supporting you all the way in all of your endeavours, supporting your charities, supporting the events, and most of all, always being there when you need us. And thank you for all the work that you've done to get to this point. And we look forward to one hell of a good 12 months.
Thank you, Councillor Gelly. Councillor O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, and congratulations.
Thank you.
It's quite clear the right choice has been made here. I may not know you as well as anybody else in this chamber, but I just learned a lot. We just learned a lot about you in the opening of that speech, delivered with passion and commitment. Speaks volumes of you. And if you can take just part of that through into this following year, this is going to be a successful year for Blackpool. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor O'Neill. That is much appreciated. Right, we're going to have some business to do now, guests. So if you would like to leave. There'll be some refreshments for you in the other room. Okay, we'll get on with the rest of the meeting now. Thank you very much. That was, got to say, quite emotional. I wasn't expecting it. I thought with all my rehearsals beforehand, I got rid of that. But Never mind. Thank you. Right, declarations of interest. Any councillors need to declare their interest on items on the agenda. Can I remind councillors that you should declare the type of interest you have, the agenda item, and the reason why you have an interest?
That's none, Mr. Mayor.
None, thank you. So the minutes of the last meeting held on the 23rd of February 2026, that's on pages 5 to 12. Councillors to agree the minutes of the meeting. So, sorry. Sorry, could I just have a quick show of hands, please? Yes, thank you very much. That's a true and correct record. Announcements, yes. Just a few announcements before we get on with the business. It's just to remind members that this year's Civic Sunday service is taking place on the 31st of May, that's a Sunday, from 10:15 a.m. at St. Stephen's Church on Homefield Road. If you haven't been there before, it's a magnificent church and just worth visiting on its own. It should be one of those places that should be on the tourists' visiting sites. So 10:15, 31st of May, all are welcome. And as I already mentioned, he's done a few years in this place. I've got to say congratulations to Councillor Ivan Taylor, who is now England's longest serving councillor. Ivan was first elected to the County Borough Council. Yeah. Well done. First elected to the County Borough Council in May 1966. That's the last time England won the World Cup, isn't it? It's my turn. My turn. Sorry, go. Yes. He has represented Blackpool Borough Council continuously since 1973. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. On behalf of the Council, I would like to recognise this momentous achievement and thank Ivan for his dedication to serving the people of Blackpool. Well done.
Mr. Mayor, first of all, don't take the sweet out, congratulations to you on your election. I'm sure you do a very good job for us all. Yeah, it's been an interesting time. Many changes that I've been involved with. I was a council leader for 10 years and mayor at some point and whatever. And you look back on your life, and I'm very glad that I did that. You know, I'm very pleased that I've spent my life as part of this council and done my bit to help the people that I represent in Claremont. So it's with great satisfaction that I stand here and we're still going. What will happen under local government reorganisation is, of course, another matter. We shall see. But to everyone in all parties, you're serving the people of this town, and that's the important thing here. And always remember that. And, well, you're very lucky to be councillors, because it's a very, very important position, something very well worthwhile. So thank you very much indeed for all my colleagues, for all members of the council, for your nice thoughts. And yeah, it was 60 years ago, 1966, that there were 68 members of the council. That was including 17 aldermen. So the present council was designed with those numbers in mind. So I sat right at the back where the public sits now, not far from where David's sitting now at the end there. That was my first meeting when I turned up. There were 17 aldermen, as I say, who were the top dogs, who sat along here and did all the chairmanships and stuff. It's been good times. I've loved every minute of it. It's been interesting, to put it mildly, and I'm still around for a bit yet. So thanks once more, Mr. Mayor, for your kind thoughts, and everybody else's too. Thank you.
In another milestone, 2026 marks the 150th anniversary since the incorporation of the Borough of Blackpool in 1876, which marked a key moment in the town's growth for a small coastal village into a major seaside resort. Blackpool's rapid expansion during the 19th century, driven by rail travel and rising tourism, made local governance essential and helped it shape into the leading centre of leisure and entertainment in the United Kingdom that we are so proud of today. It's a marvellous achievement what was done since those days to what we are today, and long may it continue. As Councillor Taylor says, we don't know what lies ahead with the new changes coming up, but fingers crossed, all will be well and we'll carry on regardless. Sadly, it is with great sadness that unfortunately my last announcement is to inform the Council of the passing of a former councillor, Michael Carr. Michael was a long-standing and committed activist within the local Labour movement and served as a councillor for Clifton Ward from 1995 to 2007. On behalf of the Council, I extend our heartfelt condolences to Michael's family and friends at this difficult time. Thank you. Okay, Agenda 9, the appointment of committees, pages 13 to 22. Councillor Williams, to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I'm happy to move the recommendations and take any questions on it. Thank you.
Is that Councillor Hugo to second it?
Yes, happy to formally second and reserve the right to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Other councillors to speak? No? Yeah. You don't need a right to reply now. No. Council to vote on the motion. All those for? Against? Abstain? Carried. Yes. Agenda 10 is a scheme of delegation and constitutional changes, including recommendations for the Independent Remuneration Panel. That's on pages 23 to 30. Councillor Williams, once again, to move the motion.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Need to read out the recommendations to number 1, 2.1, to agree that no changes are made to the scheme of delegation for which the Council has responsibility. 2.2, to consider and approve the recommendations from the Independent Remuneration Panel in relation to the Members' Allowances Scheme Appendix 10A. And at 2.3, that subject to the decisions of the Council, the Assistant Chief Executive Governance Monitoring Officer be authorised to update the Constitution accordingly. I move those recommendations and happy to take questions. Thank you.
Councillor Neil Brooks, to second.
Yeah, happy to formally second and reserve the right to speak should it be necessary.
Thank you. Any other councillors to speak? And of course you have the right of reply, but I don't think you will need to reply. Okay. So council to vote on the motion. All those for? Against? Abstain? So carried. Thank you. Agenda 11, programme for meetings 2026 through to 2027, pages 31 to 38. Once again, Councillor Williams to move the motion.
Thank you. Yes, happy to move the recommendation and take any questions. Thank you.
Councillor Hugo to second. Caught you off guard.
Thank you. Yes, happy to second and reserve the right to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Other councillors to speak? No need to reply, Councillor Williams. So once again, all those for, please show of hands. Thank you. Against? Abstain? Obviously carried. Agenda 12, Chief Officer, Statutory Appointments, page 39 to 42. Councillor Williams, once again, to move the motion.
Yes, happy to read the recommendations and accept any questions. Thank you.
Councillor Neil Brooks.
Happy to formally second and reserve the right to speak, Mr Mayor.
Any councillors to speak? No need for a right of reply. Okay, council, the vote on the motion. All those for? Against? Abstain? Yes, motion carried, yes. So it's sad to say that that concludes the business of the meeting. So you people have a wonderful day, look after yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Take care.